Hey gang, AV here, and welcome to my video for the MVP, otherwise known as the Marvel Value Pack, otherwise known as the J.C. Penney reprint comic book video. These were predominantly Marvel comics. Well, actually exclusively Marvel comics, now that I think about it. And they were available through the J.C. Penney's catalog, which is why they're considered to be J.C. Penney's reprints. And they were sold as Marvel Value Packs, otherwise known as MVPs. If you follow me on Facebook, I actually posted a link to the article, which was the main source of information that I used as far as researching all this stuff. Believe it or not, I've extensively searched all over the internet, and that one article from Heroes Galaxy is the only reference I could find. So, it won't be available immediately, but I will put that link in the video description for this video eventually. Maybe within the next couple of days. But basically, if you guys watching this actually know of any other reference material for this particular line of reprints, let me know, because I do actively collect these things from time to time. So basically, let me take this off so you guys actually have something to look at. Basically, this line of reprints was only available through the J.C. Penney catalog, and I was introduced to it by, let me see, where the hell is the book? There it is. Basically by accident, because I bought that Captain America issue at my comic shop, and for all intents and purposes, it looks like the real deal. And as a matter of fact, it looks like it's in a very good shape for as old as it is. I mean, if you look, it's, you know, 40 cents, issue 241, copyright in the corner. Actually says 1979. For all intents and purposes, it looks like the real deal. But that's a McFarlane Spider-Man down there in the barcode box. Now, if you know your comics, you know that Todd McFarlane didn't actually start drawing Spider-Man until 1988. Or was it 89? It was 88 or 89 that he actually took over the reins on Amazing Spider-Man. But he didn't start drawing it until 88 or 89. And the book is copyrighted 79. So that doesn't belong there. As a matter of fact, that barcode is very similar to the 30th anniversary barcodes that were coming out on comics around that same time, because the Marvel Value Packs were coming out in 1992, 93, and 94. Each of those 3 years had a value pack with reprints of specific issues that you could purchase. And I first discovered it by purchasing this comic from my LCS, my local comic shop, because I was trying to upgrade the one I already had. Now, needless to say, that's a reprint. Now, these are a little tough to spot sometimes, because let's face it, when you're thumbing through a box, you're only going to see the top portion of the book. And most of the time, the telltale sign is that it's in the barcode box. So you could actually have to pull the whole book out of the box to look to check to see if it's one of the reprints. Now, again, I'm going to try to post that link to the video description of this video within the next couple of days. I do not think it's going to be right away, but bear with me. I'll try to do what I can do. Anyhow, it's that article has a complete list of all the MVP comics that I know of, at least, listed in that article. So at least you'll know which issues to look for. But it came as a surprise to me, and I've been actively hunting them ever since, because there are a couple key issues in that whole run that I would love to have, frankly. Now, even though they are reprints, believe it or not, some of them are more valuable than the original releases. For example, I believe this is actually one of the ones that is more valuable than the original release. I'm not positive, but I believe it is. This one is more valuable than the original release. Mostly because these reprints had a much lower print run. And again, I mean, this is completely indistinguishable. Except for the fact that it has that in the barcode. And the fact that the ads on the inside are from 1992 or 1993 or 1994, depending on which year this came out. And these are also known as the Stridex reprints. And I actually have this Avengers book, actually. I'll show you the back cover in a second. But they have a Stridex ad on the back cover, which is another telltale sign that these are reprints. But let's face it, gang. I mean, when you're in the comic shop or at the flea market or looking online, 99% of the time you're not going to be looking at the back cover or the inside ads or the indicata at the bottom of the editorial section on the front page. I mean, you're not going to be looking at that stuff. So the only real way you can tell it's a reprint is by looking at the barcode. So just keep an eye out for these things, because, like, just a shot in the dark, you know. This particular issue, with the regular barcode, you know, it's like the standard release, first print. It goes for maybe $8 in high grade, maybe $10. I mean, if it's graded, you might have to pay like $25 or whatever, but 9 times out of 10, you're going to be paying maybe $5 to $10 for it. I mean, let's be fair. Well, because it's the reprint issue and it's rare, you're going to be paying at least $30 or $40 for it. As a matter of fact, I saw this exact same issue on eBay going for $75. I mean, will the seller get $75 for it? No, but then again, he is the only one on eBay with a copy of this listed right now. So, you know, it's supply and demand. It's a rare book, and depending on how many people are looking for it, that dictates how much it's going to sell for. So it's something to keep an eye out for. Is the Spidey and the barcode there, the McFarlane Spider-Man, and once again, you need to find it without the 30th anniversary wording at the top. That's how you can tell the difference. Now, with that being said, there is a copycat out there, and that is Spectacular Spider-Man 213, which has the exact same barcode image, but it is not, I repeat, it is not a J.C. Penney's reprint. It is not from the Marvel Value Packs. It is not an MVP. This is actually a GameStop variant. Or no, I'm sorry, not GameStop. Game Informer variant. This came with the Game Informer magazine. Right around the same time period, but it's still not considered an MVP variant. It's not a JCPenney's variant. It's still rare, but it's not from the same group. So, just so you're aware of that. I mean, there is a copycat out there. It's not a worthless book by any stretch. I mean, it's still a valuable book, but it's not part of this set. Okay? So, now that we covered that base, and now that I've showed you at least 2 of the covers, let me show you the rest of the ones I got. Because I've rambled on for about 10 minutes now. So you got Captain America 241. You've got the Uncanny X-Men 245. You've got Fantastic Four 51. Now there is no barcode on this, but hopefully you're educated enough with your comics to know that this is a Silver Age book, and it should be a little bit wider than a Modern Age book. Can you see that? I mean, this is a Silver Age book. Not to mention the colors are different too, but I mean, you should also keep in mind that, you know, this is a modern-sized book, but even though it looks like a Silver Age book. Then you have Fantastic Four 67. The Power of Him, the opening of the Cocoon. This is a key issue for Adam Warlock fans. But again, you know, it's modern size. This is not a Silver Aged size book. Because if you know, Silver Age books are a little bit wider. So even though there's no barcode, there is a way to tell just by looking at it. Then I have Avengers number 4 reprint. Now thankfully this is a little bit more obvious, because you have the little gray silver border around the outside. This is actually very valuable too. Obviously it's not as valuable as the original Silver Age version, but this is on par to the Golden Records reprint version. Just so you're aware. And then I have Avengers number 88. And if you look, there really isn't anything that distinguishes this from the actual comic from the first release. So this is one of those few that you're actually going to have to open up and inspect. Now, I don't know how well I'm going to be able to do this one-handed here. Alright, wasn't too bad, but as you can see, it has the Stridex ad on the back cover. So hopefully whoever's selling it to you will be kind enough to show you the back cover so you can get an idea of which copy of this particular book you're looking for if you're hunting down this particular book for your run. If you already have one in your run, you should probably check to see the ads and the back cover just to make sure that you don't actually have the reprint, because this is one of those particular instances where the value of the reprint may not be higher than the value of the actual issue. Alright. Then I have Sergeant Fury and his Howling Commandos, number 13. Now, if you read the article, you'll know that even though the cover is an exact replica of the original copy of Howling Commandos number 13, the contents, like all the interior pages and the coloring and everything, are actually a reprint of I think it was Triple Action. whichever triple action issue reprinted this particular issue. I forget, but the information is in that article. And then I also have Amazing Spider-Man 330. Now again, the reprint is probably worth more than the original issue because of the low print run. Amazing Spider-Man was a popular title. So, there are an awful lot of copies of the first print version of this out there. Not a lot of copies of the second print. So, again, you want to keep an eye out for the barcode. It's a telltale sign that you have one of the MVPs. And that's about it for my collection so far. I mean, there are probably close to 20 other issues that I'm hunting down from this particular collection. And some of them are harder to find than others. I mean, there is the What If Volume 2, Number 4 I need to get. There's Marvel Milestone reprints for Tales of Suspense, first Iron Man, first issue of Spider-Man, and so on and so forth. I think Giant Size X-Men has one. But they're out there. And if you're looking for something to collect, a little niche, these are kind of fun to hunt down. So if you like this video, check out my channel. If you like what you see there, then please subscribe. As always, thanks for watching, and don't be afraid to share this video on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, whatever. Pick your poison, you know. Let everybody know I'm out there. If you like what you see, then hopefully other people will like what they see too. So, this has been AV. Thanks for watching.